Hello everyone. Good morning students. So we're discussing this chapter three-dimensional geometry, and in the previous class we discussed the equation of the line in three-dimensional space by its two-point form and the parametric form, and we solved some problems from the exercise 11.2 about this equation of line in space. Now we already talked about the angle between two lines when their direction cosines or direction ratios are given. So today we will talk about the angle between lines when the equations of the lines are given. Okay, so there are also two forms. One is vector form and one is Cartesian form. So first we will talk about the vector form. So if we have these two equations of line, R1 is equals to A1 plus lambda B1 and R2 is equal to A2 plus mu B2. So in that case, so if this is the equation, that means the first line is parallel to this vector B1 and the second line is parallel to the vector B2, right? So now we know that the angle between these two vector we can easily find by you all know the dot product and the cross product. So the angle between the lines is same as the angle between these two vectors B1 and B2. So if the angle between these two vectors will be theta, then cos theta is represented by B1 dot B2, vector B1 dot vector B2, and then divided by its mod value of B1 into mod value of B2. Okay, so this is the cos theta, and if you can find the cos theta, so you from there you can easily find the value of the theta cos inverse this term. Okay, now if these two lines are perpendicular to each other, that means what? The angle between B1 and B2 is 90 degree and cos 90 is 0. So the dot product, that is B1 dot A1, vector B1 dot vector B2 is equals to 0. And if the lines are parallel to each other, then vector B1 and B2 also parallel to each other. And if it is parallel to each other, then we can represent vector B1 is equal to lambda into vector B2. Since here also we are using lambda, so one thing you can do that, change the sign a little bit here, that is take lambda dash. Okay, lambda dash into B2, vector B2 for some scalar lambda dash. So this is the angle between these two lines where its vector form is given. Now if the Cartesian form of this lines are given, that is Cartesian form means x minus x1 by a1 equals to y minus y1 by b1 and z minus z1 by c1. And the second equation is x minus x2 by a2 equals to y minus y2 by b2 and z minus z2 by c2. Now if these three equations are given, that means the lines, the direction ratios are proportional to A1, B1, C1 for the first line. You all know that when we are solving the equation of the line, that time we will discuss this thing. So the direction ratio proportional to A2, B2, C2 for the second line. So we can write down the vector parallel to the first line is given by A1 I cap plus B1 j cap plus C1 k cap, or representing by another vector A1. And the second line is parallel to the vector, that is A2 I cap plus B2 j cap plus C2 k cap, or you can simply write down the vector M2. Okay. Now if we have these two vectors And we can easily say that if the angle between these two lines is theta, then the angle between these two vector is also theta. So we can write down the value of cos theta by the help of the dot product. Okay, same as the vector form. Now, if the lines are perpendicular to each other, that means m1 dot m2, this vector m1 dot vector m2, their dot product is 0. So if we find their dot product, we will find a1 into a2 plus b1 into b2 plus c1 into c2. That is, their direction ratios proportional to a1 b1 c1 and a2 b2 c2. So if we multiply this a1 b2 a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2, so this value will be 0. And if it is parallel, if these two lines are parallel to each other, then that will be m1 and m2. Please correct this one. That will be m1 is equals to lambda dash into m2. Okay, so lambda dash will be any scalar, and if we put the value this value a1 I cap b1 j cap, if we want to represent this m1 vector m1 is equal to lambda dash into vector m2, so it will give us a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. So this is the condition for the Cartesian equations are given of the line. Then if the lines are parallel, then their ratios or direction ratios are equal. So a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. So this is the condition. So remember these three conditions, that is, first is theta, and second is if the lines are perpendicular to each other, if the lines are parallel to each other. So let us solve some problems from the exercise 11.2. So from this exercise 11.2, we will solve some problems about this angle between these two lines. So here is the first question. Show that these three lines with direction cosine are this and this are mutually perpendicular. So that means the direction cosines of the three lines are given, and you need to show they are mutually perpendicular. That means first line is perpendicular to the second, and second is perpendicular to the third, and third is again perpendicular to the first. Now we already know that if the direction cosines of the lines are given, then what is the condition for the perpendicular lines? So if L1 M1 N1 and L2 M2 N2 are the direction cosines of the two lines, then they are perpendicular if L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 equals to 0. Clear? So if we choose this first two lines, so that means for the line whose direction cosines are given 12 by 13, minus 3 by 13, minus 4 by 13, and 4 by 13, 12 by 13, 3 by 13, then we can multiply this L1 with L2, that is 12 by 13 into 4 by 13, minus 3 by 13 into 12 by 13, plus minus 4 by 13 into 3 by 13. If we simplify that, you will find the value is 0. Simplify by yourself and find that value is 0 or not. Check the value is 0 or not. Same for the second and third line whose direction ratios are given. And first and third line. So here is the first and the third line. So check that this condition is 0 or not. If you calculate this one, you will find the condition is satisfied. And same for the second and the third line. Okay. So little bit calculation is there. If you can calculate, then that will be very easy for you. Basically, the questions are very easy to do. Here, one thing is important, that is the calculation part. So this is the solution. That is, we can say that the lines are mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay, since this condition is satisfied by every line, first and second, second and third, and first and third. So moving to the next question, question number 2. Show that the line through the point 1, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 2 is perpendicular to the line through the points 0, 3, 2 and 3, 5, 6. Okay, so two lines are given. First line is passing through this 2 point and second line is passing through this 2 point. We need to show they are perpendicular. Now we have the condition, if they are perpendicular, then their direction ratios. We have a condition for their direction ratios. A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equals to 0. So first find the direction ratios of this point of the line joining these 2 points. First 2 points is 2, 5, minus 4. And for the second line, where the points are 0, 3, 2 and 3, 5, 6, the direction ratios 3, 2, 4. I hope you all remember how to find the direction ratios. X2 minus X1, 3 minus 1, 2 here, 4 minus of minus 1, 5, minus 2 minus 2 minus 4. Here also 3 minus 0, 3, 5 minus 3, 2, 6 minus 2, 4. Okay, so here the direction ratios of these two lines, we need to show that they are perpendicular. So first of all, write down the theory that if the direction ratios of two lines are given, then the condition for the perpendicular line is given by A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equals to 0. So multiply them, A1, A2, A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2. Here, this is the value. So for the given lines, you can write down this A1, A2 is 6, B1, B2 is 10 and C1, C2 is minus 60, which is, if we add them, you will find the value is 0 here. Now if this is 0, we can say that the given lines are perpendicular to each other. Okay. So moving to the next question, question number 3. Show that the line through the points 4, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4 is parallel to the line through the points minus 1, minus 2, 1, 1, 2, 5. Okay, so 2 points on a line is given. So there are 2 lines are also given, which is passing through 2 points. The first one is passing through these 2 points and second one is passing through these 2 points. We need to show that they are parallel. So for showing they are parallel, we know that if the direction ratios of the lines are given, then A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. First, try to solve the question by yourself, then go through the solution. Pause the video, try to solve the question, because you all have the condition, then how to find the 2 lines, how to check 2 lines are parallel to each other or not. Okay, so first try to solve by yourself and then go through the solution. So for the first line, the direction ratios, find the direction ratios for the first line, and secondly find the direction ratio for the second line. Okay. So the direction ratio for the first line, which is passing through the points 4, 7, 8 and 2, 3, 4. Its direction ratios are minus 2, minus 4, minus 4. 2 minus 4, minus 2. 3 minus 7, minus 4. And 4 minus 8, which is again minus 4. And the direction ratio of the line passing through these 2 points, minus 1, minus 2, 1, 1, 2, 5, is given by 2, 4, 4. That is, 1 minus of minus 1 is 2. 2 minus of minus 2 is 4. 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, now you have the duration ratios of these two lines. So let us check these ratios are equal or not. That is a1 by a2. That means minus 2 by 2. That is minus 1 minus 4 by 4, which is again minus 1 minus 4 by 4, which is again minus 1. So these ratios are equal to minus 1. So that means this condition, these two lines satisfy this condition. Okay, so hence the given lines are parallel to each other. This is the solution. So moving to the next question, question number 10. Find the angle between the following pairs of lines. Two questions are there. You need to find the angle between this given two lines. So here I am taking the equation 1 and the equation 2 is your homework. This is your homework. And now in the class we will solve the question number 1. So two equations are given in the vector form. So vector forms are given. So firstly, write down the lines. So the first line, given lines, first line is parallel to the vector 3i cap plus 2j cap plus 6k cap, and the second line is parallel to the vector I cap plus 2j cap plus 2k cap. So we get this b1 and b2 vector. Now if the angle is theta, then we know the formula, that is cos theta is b vector b1 dot vector b2 by their mod value. So here the mod value of b1 is 7 and the mod value of b2 is 3. So if the angle between these two lines is theta, then find the cos theta. So write down the value of cos theta is given by 19 upon 21. So theta is what? Cos inverse 19 by 21. Okay, find their mod value, then its dot product, and then find the value of the theta. That is the angle between these two lines. Now similarly you can solve the question number 2, which is your homework. Okay, now moving to the next question, question number 11. Here also you need to find the angle between two lines where the Cartesian equations of the lines are given. So similarly we will solve in the class question number 1, and this question number 2 is your homework. Okay, so the first line, so the direction, so the first line is parallel to 2i cap plus 5j cap minus 3k cap, and the second line is parallel to minus I cap plus 8j cap plus 4k cap. So if we have this vector b1 and vector b2, which is parallel to the first and second line respectively, then we can easily find their mod value, root 38, and second one is root 81, this is 9, and find their dot product, that is a1 a2 b1 b2 and c1 c2, add them. So this is 26. Now if the angle between this given two lines is theta, then cos theta is represented by 26 upon 9 into 38, root 38. So the theta is 26, cos inverse 26 upon 9 root 38. So this is the angle between the given two lines. Now we can easily solve the question number 2, same as this solution. So find the angle between two lines given here. Okay, so this is your homework. So question number 12. Find the value of P so that these two lines are at right angle. That means given that the two lines are perpendicular to each other, we need to find the value of a constant p here. We used here. P also used here and here also. So first of all, write down the equations of the line into the general form. That is x minus x1 by a1 equals to y minus y1 by b1 is equal to z minus z1 by c1. And we have that condition that if two lines are perpendicular to each other and their direction ratios are given, then the condition is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is 0, where a1 b1 c1 and a2 b2 c2 are the direction ratios of the lines. So let us find the direction ratio of this given two lines. So let us take the first one, 1 minus x by 3, 7y minus 14 by 2p and z minus 3 by 2. If we write down in the general form, so you can find x minus 1 by minus 3, y minus 2 by 2p by 7 equals to z minus 3 by 2. So here is the direction ratios are proportional to minus 3, 2p by 7 and 2 for the first equation. And for the second equation, take 7 common from the numerator and minus 7 common from the numerator and divide this equation. Divide the denominator and numerator also. So x minus 1 by minus 3p by 7, y minus 5 by 1 and z minus 6. That will be minus 5. Correct this one. That will be minus 5. Use minus 5 here. 1 minute. Correct this one. This will be minus 5. Okay. Now, if we use this condition a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2, so here is minus 3 p by 7 and then plus 2p by 7 into 1 and 2 into, that will be minus 5. So correct this value is minus. So 9p by 7 plus 2p by 7, this is equals to 10. Now solve this and find the value of p, that is 70 by 11. Okay, so the value of p is 70 by 11, where the two lines is perpendicular to each other. Okay, so these are the solution. So 11.2 is completed. So in the next class we will talk about almost completed. In the next class we will talk about the distance between two lines. Okay, if the two lines are given, then how to find the distance between the two lines. Till then, practice these problems and solve the examples also. Examples are very, very important. Solve the examples. Till then, practice. And if any problem or any doubt is there, you are free to ask. Thank you.